For exclusive content on how to make millions in your business, go to beautybossmillionaire.com and click on Become a Patron to gain access to patron-only episodes, Beauty Boss Millionaire t-shirts, and a private Facebook group with live streams with me, Felicia Fracassi.
Welcome back to the Beauty Boss Millionaire podcast with daily on-the-go episodes packed with testimonies and business tips to help you create financial freedom through entrepreneurship. Hosted by the owner of Fracassi Lashes and the Blow Dry Lounge, the Beauty Boss Millionaire herself, Felicia Fracassi.
Welcome back to Beauty Boss Millionaire. I'm your host, Felicia Fracassi, and we're going to quickly just jump into it. The objective of today's episode is really just to go over tracking the sales data. I feel like this is a given that most people should know, but in a business, please make sure you're tracking every single sales. I did say this on an earlier episode, and I kind of want to go over this again. Your team should be able to do more than just track calls, appointments, sales, wins, and losses, but they should be able to really analyze data, compare it, and figure out what happens, and also be able to create a forecast. Like right now, I already know what's going to happen the next month with my company. I know what's going to happen during the holidays. I know what's going to happen in August because of my data. So make sure you really have a good CRM or good sales tracking software. I know a lot of people use Square, and that just kind of gives you a general amount for the day, but you really want to break it down. Like, for example, my software breaks it down where I know what days we make sales, our peak days and our off-peak days, and times. I know it gets busy at around 12, and it gets busy again around 3, and it gets busy around 7. It all depends on your business, and you need to know when people are looking for your business the most. That's also important, because when you can properly track the sales and forecast everything, it provides clear visibility into your sales process and the insights necessary to convert more prospects into customers. You can closely examine what's working, what's not working, what you may need to improve on, because you don't want your team missing out on sales because they aren't making the best use of their sales tracking software. Every day, until you get your numbers up, you need to be reviewing the sale. You need to be reviewing the opportunity. What could we have done better? I can literally look into a sale. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll stand off to the side and I'll just listen to the sales process. Like I'll be fixing something in my store, or I'll be doing something, and I can just overhear the sale and hear how it's going. And I typically don't intervene unless it's absolutely necessary, but I kind of just pick up on the sales process from my team, because everyone has their different style of selling that's effective. But there's some things that everyone should know the basics. And we talked about that in an earlier episode. So if you haven't listened to that, you might want to go back 2 episodes. But it's really important that everyone can track their sales data and that you're reviewing it with your team. At our company, we track it again by day. We look at it by hour. We break it down. We even get into detail. We say, well, why was the sale so easy? We looked at how it was sold. We looked at the customer. We looked at how it was presented. For example, we have in Florida, we have an older clientele, and it takes a certain type of woman to buy a certain type of package that we have. She typically has the Louis Vuitton bag. It's just not even a thing for her to buy an expensive product. And sometimes you don't want to ever judge a book by its cover, because occasionally you'll find someone that really has no designer on, nothing, and they're stacked. When I say stacked, I mean they've got their money up and they don't care about you selling them anything. They just want a good quality product. They don't care about how much it costs. They just want quality. And that's important. And it's really important to be able to track these sales down to details. We can even break it down as far as age demographic, who's looking for us. And if you have not gone on Instagram and ever promoted your business, you really might want to go on there, because on Instagram, there's so much data that you can see. It can break it down by zip code. It breaks it down by age. It breaks it down by race. Oh, no, it doesn't do by race. It breaks it down by male or female. That's what I meant, sex. It breaks it down in so many ways, even down to what are they looking for, what type of products. Because the multi-million-dollar companies, they look at this data. That's why they have cookies on your phone. They're constantly snooping through and trying to figure out what they can do to get information about who you are as a consumer. And then they put you in a category and they push things through you. Ever notice that you go on your phone and you were looking for something, next you know you get 100 ads about that? That's because there is a sales tracking device or a method on your phone or some type of software that you may have not realized that you are actually a part of the plan, which is to find out what you like, and they're able to track what you like. And now you fit into this little box of a consumer and what you would buy. So it's really important that you as a business owner become like this and see who typically likes your products. See who's wearing, like, I remember, I think it was Tommy Hill. He was so surprised because his sales tracking data went off the charts when he found out it was a bunch of African Americans rocking Tommy Hilfiger. And I think, again, I have to source this and find this article, but I think there was like a private conversation, and some people don't realize that, the people that you think are buying your products might not actually be buying your products. It might be a different crowd buying your product, and you need to know who these people are. I even take it a step further with my sales tracking. In the very beginning I did. I would sit down and find out in each store, because for me, it's a very difficult thing. I'm in different states, I'm in different stores, I'm in different cities where each city is different. For example, my Orlando store, one of my biggest stores, that store is not the snooty, uppity women. It's the girls that are getting ready to go out to the club. They may only have a few dollars in their pocket for next week. They don't typically save their money. They're just off living their best life, spending it, Orlando, Disney, they're just living their life. They don't really care. Some might be in the night entertainment business, and that's just who they are, and that's okay. And then we have some of the women in our Orlando store, they're just typically vacationers, so it kind of throws off my demographics. They're just like, look, I'm from New Zealand, and I need some lashes. They fell off when I was here. I've been traveling here for, they've been there for 2-3 weeks. So each store is so different and so unique as far as what the person wants, and you need to be able to track that data. I cannot stress it enough. If you have software, get yourself software. If you don't have a good sales tracking data, get one immediately so you can break it down and find out what areas you're successful in, what areas you're not, who you're hitting, who you're not, so you can start to track these things. And some things are just mental notes too that you need to write down. You'll quickly see what age these women are. You won't kind of know the exact age, but you can kind of start to guess. Like, we have an older demographic in Sarasota. We have a younger demographic in New York. So it all depends. It all depends. And then we have these old Italian group of ladies in Rochester, New York, who support us like we're the mob itself. And it's so funny because they love our store. They're very consistent. They come every 2 weeks. They love their lashes. They're a bunch of Italian women. I don't know who let out the word that we do the best lashes in town. But these ladies are always in our store, and they come every other week. It's so consistent, like with their nail appointment. And we have ladies that have been with us for years. So it's important to track this data. And when we found out that these women, these cute little old Italian ladies, were loving our product, they like to smoke their cigarettes, and they like to wear our lashes, and they like to wear our other beauty services that we have, and they like to get their facials. We started marketing to them more because that's what they like. Then we have our girls in our New York girls. They just love, they have a certain look that they like. Like, for example, our strip lashes. I feel like our urban girls love our strip lashes, and I just know that, and even I love them. I mean, who doesn't want more, honey? Some ladies, that's too much for them. They just want some natural looking lashes, but some ladies want extra. They want more. And I can go on and on. We have Botox that we do. We've got other services that we do, and that requires catering to a certain type of woman. Typically over 30, they are, they've had a child or so, and they're interested in looking young again, or they're trying to have that mommy makeover, things like that. So it's important that you're tracking your data to make the millions. You have to track the data, analyze the data, look at the data in detail, find out when your highest grossing day is, your lowest grossing day. The days that it's slow, those are the days that you want to have a sale. I hope all of this has helped. And we got some more good stuff coming up next on sales. Thanks for tuning in to Beauty Boss Millionaire. Also, if these are really helpful, please review, rate, and share, or just send the link to someone who may need this. See you tomorrow.
That's it for today. Tune in tomorrow for the Beauty Boss Millionaire podcast. And don't forget to follow the Beauty Boss Millionaire, Felicia Fracassi, on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Beauty Boss Millionaire.